Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, 4-4 and go. That other getting old. We got Samurai and Tom. This is a sports octagon. Sports for forever and beyond. Spending with Samurai and Tom. From the puck to the glove to the pigskins high. Share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. Down the baseline in the bleachers, or you wanna get denied. Yeah, share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. 4-4 and go. Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, it's 4-4 and go. Come here to cleanse your soul.
The Browns Super Bowl contenders.
Hey, listen, when we start talking about what wins Super Bowl, we talk about talent. The Browns, they have the talent. They have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, 4-4 on Goal presents, what is it, week 7 in review? I don't even know.
Yeah, this is week 7 already, my
guy. 7 of the OHSAA high school football season in review. But what a interesting week we have had. Nonetheless, fortunately, none of it's coronavirus related, like Tennessee and Buffalo had on Tuesday night. But we had to pull an audible, bring in the lefty, and we're coming in hot on a Thursday night. So we do apologize to all the fans out there that's used to seeing us on Tuesday, but that was Sammy's fault. There's no other way to put that. So, as everyone knows, just put Sammy out on blast here. He got into a car accident. It was great. How'd that go, Sammy?
Had better days. Had better days, my friend. Unfortunately, I can tell the answer to my question because of what Tom is wearing right now. So those are sitting at his house right now. I was trying to remember. Crazy where I put the box.
I thought they had a Tom, brother.
Yeah, well, did you give me the box?
Yeah, dude. So when you got into Jess's SUV, we opened it up, and I had to take that little recycle thing on the back of the passenger seat and lift that up so I could put that box in there, brother.
So that's where it's at. That's why you couldn't find it. It's in Jess's car.
Well, there's the answer to the question. But anyway, so unfortunately, on Tuesday night, as I was going to drop off that shirt Tom's wearing, I got into a bit of a accident in my car, and by bit of an accident, I mean totaled my car.
Totaled it.
All the airbags went off. I went to the ER. It was a bad day, but you know what? I'm back here by the grace of God. You know what? The biggest thing I actually want to say to everybody on here, I said this on Wednesday too. I want to thank anybody who took a second to check in on me. Well wishers, all that stuff. It really does mean a lot. It was a really terrible thing to happen, but it makes it a little bit easier when you got a lot of people around you. So thank you guys all for that. But not going to harp on that because this show's not about me. It's about week 7's about number 7.
Good. That was good right there. That was totally on the fly. I like that.
Like a buffalo nickel.
Yeah, so that one. Oh, so how you doing, Tom? I haven't seen you since Tuesday, so.
Hey, I'm fine, man. Just had to rush home from work so I didn't want to be late. I hate being late for anything. So I had to get back home. Been a little slow at the car dealership, but what are you gonna do? You just gotta thank God every day that you can get up. Every day you wake up's a good day, right?
That's right.
Just a good day, man. And I just heard the craziest news though, kind of high school related. So we talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and Patty Mahomes. Patty Cake just got him another weapon in Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, I did hear that this morning. Now that you say that,
Crazy?
yeah,
Crazy. I couldn't believe that.
yeah. So,
What's going on this week,
Tom,
too?
I don't know if you saw or not. You're real quiet. I'm having, unless it's just me.
his microphone. Yes, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah,
You got
your
the
mic
opposite
was.
problem as Ryan.
Yeah. So all right. Let's bring something to attention. I don't realize when I breathe heavy into the mic, and these guys on the show always like to let me know via the private chat, which I usually don't pay attention to. So if I'm breathing heavy, just say something. Let's just get that over with. Put that out in the open. I'm a big guy. I understand. Yes, and they are awesome shirts, by the way. It is Sammy's fault that we don't have ours on right now because Sammy got into a car accident. Just putting that out there.
I still have my shirt. Unfortunately, Ryan and my shirt, they're in my wife's car because everything had to be transferred over from that day. But listen, we're going to have some posts coming out with all three of us wearing these shirts because, Tom, take up and you show that beautiful body of yours.
Oh, yeah.
This is high quality stuff, and that's from our Player of the Week sponsor. That's from our Player of the Week sponsor over at Made in Ohio. Turn around, let us see that took it. Check it out. 7-Eleven. Really great stuff, and we appreciate you guys so very much.
Oh, yeah, so everyone knows, might as well shout him out. He'll be coming on here actually like 5 minutes, isn't that what it is, Sam? Yeah. And we'll bring the man, the myth, the legend over at Edgewood. Well, it's soon to be legend, it sounds like, but we'll get into that here in a little bit.
I mean,
Mr. Winchell will be joining us here in about 5.
Most people can't do in 6.
Right. Yeah. Yes, that's for sure, man. And, hey, big shout out to everybody helping us. Well, really, shout out to everybody helping Sam, because I'm not going to lie, I've had no part to do with the records keeping thing that you guys got going on. Shout out to everyone that's been chiming in, helping out with that, sending the newspaper clippings, articles, whatever it is. Just remember, if you write it down on a piece of paper and send it to us, it don't count. I'm sorry. It will not count.
No, there's a lot of great updates to that. I had every intention of releasing that list. Because there's at least, 5 to 6 names for both, I want to say rushing and passing for sure. And I know there's a couple of receiving names that are going to get added on there. A lot of interceptions. You would be surprised how many people have more than 6 interceptions in this county, but you're not going to be surprised when I put this list out. I've got some of the old guys on there, so you guys can turn down Jag and DVR Matlock, because I'm gonna get you on there, all you 1991 graduates.
Yeah, dude.
Listen, we're gonna get you guys on there. I'm kidding for real. One of my passions has always been history out here. I love the history of football in Ashtabula. So these records, it's really a pleasure for me. Like I said, unfortunately, I had some personal business take up like the last 48 hours of my life. So I'm getting back to getting those lists updated. And my favorite part is, I just want to. We're going to talk about a little bit more of the junior high game that we covered. But we had a very cool part of that game was George Shapegi.
Yes.
After I said it 57 times wrong during there. We got to watch George Shapegi, who is on the list of all-time leaders career. We got to watch his son, an 8th grader, go out there and play phenomenally. So that's one of the reasons why we all do this. That and so that, guys can look up and be like, yeah, that was me. You guys all need to know, all you athletes, not just, Mr. Winchell tonight and Bruckman last week and Allgood the week before and Scabona and Yost and Tellis Andrews, all of our player of the weeks. You guys aren't, you all matter. Everything you do matters. And we're just trying to give you a little extra.
It's fun. And I'll tell you what, this has been probably the busiest time I've had during this time of year that I think I could ever remember. I don't know how Sammy ropes me into it and Tom into it, but we're always covered. Somehow we went from 1 game a week to sometimes 3. This week we're doing 3. Why not? Let's do it. Why not? So real quick, so everybody knows, tomorrow, I know I think it's a 4-ticket limit per player out there. So we're probably going to be pretty decent house over at Lakeside. But if you don't have a ticket, you can't get in. 440 in Gold will be streaming the Battle of the Bridge, Lakeside versus Edgewood tomorrow night. Stream should start right around 6:45. We might go a little bit early, just show the field, all that fun jazz. But we will be live commentating or commentary on it, so it's going to be exciting.
I still got it wrong.
You said it's Shoe Pedgy. I love, though, in that comment, I got to bring that up. I love how that comment worked out right there, though. Shoe Pedgy. All right. All right, Ryan, that's a good question. The Andre Rison jersey was just given to me by a friend of mine. Sammy knows him. We'll go an old friend of my mother's. We'll go that route with it. But years and years ago, and it is actually an authentic jersey from it was a game-worn jersey at one point in time. Back when they were, down to the elbows. That's why if you look at how long that thing is. But anyways, yeah, enough about me. More about Zach Winchell. I'm going to throw his highlight reel up if you guys are good with that.
Let's run it, baby.
Yep, so here we go, and then right after that, we'll bring them on. So, yeah, last week, he went 22 for 37, 275 yards. I didn't see how many touchdowns, but it was enough. 3 TDs, bringing it in hot. So, without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, Zach Winchell. Gotcha. I got your mic. You're good, buddy. What's up, man?
QB1 in the house.
QB1. Yeah.
What up, baby?
Yeah. How you feeling after last week?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
It was a tough loss, but, I mean, I felt like we played pretty good, and it was our second time in school history going to the playoffs, even though everyone gets to go to the playoffs, but it was still an exciting time. Good experience.
Yeah, one of the things, especially, does it feel a little bit different throwing that rock in a playoff game?
Honestly, I mean, because it was like the middle of the season, like it really wasn't different. Like, I don't know, it felt like a normal game. So, I mean, I just didn't want anything else to like get in the way of playing, even though it was a playoff game. I just went out there and played.
Yeah, you guys throw the ball an awful lot, which is indicative of your statistics, which are absolutely through the roof. You don't have to brag about yourself because we're going to do that for you tonight. You are one of the top passers, not only this year. As I put the record holders out, I quickly found out you were a top passer last year too. So this isn't. You're not a one-time affair. You're good for over 1,000. You're really good for over 1,300 every year. What is your favorite? What helps you with that? Like, what is your favorite part of the offense? Like that helps you get be successful because you guys, just like any other high school, make mistakes from time to time, whether it's a high snap or this or that or a little miscommunication. But you, on the other hand, don't ever seem to be phased. What helps you through with that?
I mean, just the fast-paced offense, the no huddle, the like plays got to go right now. I can't. There's no waiting. Everything's got to go right now, and I think just like the line helps me with making giving me more time to move around, and I mean the wide receivers just go catch the ball, and we score. We just try to get in the
Do
end
you
zone.
ever have trouble seeing over building number 55 in front of you?
Yes, all the time.
Have you ever plunked him in the back of the head with a football, game or practice, and was it done on purpose?
I haven't. I have punted in a scrimmage. I have punted a football into the back of his head.
Yes.
I have punted.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Hey, good stuff.
So, I'm glad you brought that up, Zach, because that seems to be the new thing around here. As you know, every punter in the NFL shakes his head because high school punters really don't exist anymore. It seems to be, every quarterback has to learn to punt. Is that something you did beforehand, or is that something coach put in there?
No, it was just kind of like, well, can you punt? Can you kick it more than 25 yards? Okay, good. You're going to do it.
Great news.
There you go.
QB1, what would it be? PT1? I don't know. What's the abbreviation? I don't know if it's P. We'll have to find that one out. But, so if you go ahead, Sammy.
No, you go ahead, actually.
I was going to say, if you had somebody to thank for throwing 275 yards and 3 touchdowns, who you thanking?
The line. I'm definitely taking the line.
My man.
I mean, the line and Jacob Bell and Brian Bisbee, I mean, those are our key blockers. I mean, the line does a great job all the time, especially these past couple weeks. And Jacob Bell's really just hidden. Like, he does all the dirty work. He makes sure I don't get blindsided, that he stops everything. And same thing with Brian on certain things. I mean, he just stops everything.
Honestly, when we first came, I started calling you Baby Vic, okay? And I know Sammy's over there like, stop it, whatever, I don't care. Listen, you get around that pocket, probably the best that I've seen so far this year. I mean, you have, I call it a sixth sense when you're getting, on that blind side, which you do confuse me because you're a lefty. You don't see very many lefties out there, so your blind side's the opposite side. But nonetheless,
as the guy who blocked for a left-handed quarterback his entire high school career,
right? But I pulled. But listen, we ran power I, and we ran 95% of the time. But anyways, you get around that pocket better than anybody else. Is there like when do you feel the pressure when someone's coming up on your backside, be able to slip away?
Yeah, no, I definitely do. I mean, that's just like a thing. Like last year. I mean, last year I wasn't that good at it. I kind of had terrible awareness. And that's what I worked on a lot this offseason, was just making sure, like, people rushing me, how to get in and out of situations. That really benefited. I mean.
Okay. So Ryan, sorry, Sam.
No, you're good. You're good.
So Ryan calls you Baby Vic. And so my favorite NFL quarterback of all time is Michael Vick. So I want nothing because, I love the way you play, brother. But my thing is I don't see Michael Vick when I see you. I see someone else entirely. And I want to know what you think of this comparison. When I see you play football, I think of Johnny Manziel. Pre-NFL.
I can see it, though.
Don't you put that hate on him, Ricky Bobby.
That's not hate. That's not hate. Because when Johnny Manziel was at Texas A&M, that boy, when I saw that highlight of you, like the snap came and the snap went down on the ground and you picked it up and you rolled out of the pocket, you set, you threw, and it didn't even phase you. That's stuff that I remember Johnny doing back at Texas A&M. So I'm just wondering, who do you try to emulate when you're playing quarterback? Like, who do you mold your game after? Is there someone that Zach Winchell molds his game after, or are you like LeBron James? I'm LeBron James. I'm Zach Winchell.
Throwing in some thunder. Sorry, I had to put that up there real quick.
No, I definitely see that comparison. I mean, because he wasn't a dual threat quarterback, but when he had to move, he did.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of think of myself. I don't really like base my talent off anybody else's or compare myself to anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the awareness and getting out of the pocket. I mean, I feel like I'm mobile when I have to be, but I mean, other than that, I'm probably not going to run.
That's why I laugh when he calls you Baby Vic. It's not because you're not athletic. It's because you might already be a better passer than him. When I see you, I see a pass-first quarterback. I see a kid who knows how to make the right play, when to make the right play. And I think your biggest attribute has got to be your presence in pocket. I think you are unfazed at all times. I know I keep saying this, but you're a junior in high school, dude. You shouldn't be that calm. It's fantastic that you are.
Yep.
So you really, really have had an outstanding season. But I guess a little bit of trivia about you is when did you become a quarterback?
Freshman year.
Okay.
I decided that I was going to play quarterback, not knowing really what I was getting myself into. And turns out week 1, I was the third string playing with 2.5 quarters left in the first game of my freshman year. So, I mean, I feel like that really helped me. And I didn't know really how I was feeling about quarterback. I was just trying to be lazy and not do anything else. And then I ended up playing. And I just think that honestly made me better because I took a lot of hits, and it just made me stronger.
I was going to say, quick question.
One of the people, while you were still a running back, you were playing football with a guy that you play football pretty well with now. And you guys have a nickname that they should probably trademark because I'm pretty sure one of the NFL players tried to use that, and that's 7-11. That's number 11, Big Isaiah Harris. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't want that kid tackling or to try and tackle that kid. How does that matchup work with you guys?
I mean, me and him have been best friends for quite some time now, like 7th grade. And like we drew a good connection. And like I felt like over the years, just backyard football and junior high and stuff like that, I guess it just helped. And we're always on the same page.
So I was going to ask, what is your, and I've asked this quite a few times, but what is your favorite call when it comes in, I always assume that you guys got earpieces, but you don't. But when you get the phone or the phone call, when you get the play call, what's your favorite call to hear?
Whoever plays going to get us in the end zone.
Oh, come on. Come on.
That goes in the answer Hall of Fame. Coach Butchko, are you running media class over there? Or what? Get this kid ready for the Heisman. My God. You couldn't have written that any better. Way to go, Zach.
Oh, man.
Just flaunt your feathers, baby. Just flaunt your feathers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there it is. John coming in hot with the answer.
I do want to talk about one more thing. This offseason, you got to work with a special player from this county as well, named Ryland from Conneaut. Ryland Davidson, Ryland Davidson, who was outstanding quarterback from Conneaut last year, who goes to receiver, but you get to throw a lot with him. Does that take kind of a mentorship type of relationship with him? Or how does that go?
He definitely helped me out a lot. And we threw on Christmas Eve. We did a lot. With him though, there's never any breaks. You know, I'm lazy and there's never any breaks. He wants to work whenever. Like he'll text me at 3 a.m. Hey, you want to go throw? Like where? In the street lights? Like I swear, like he's really good though. He really helped me out though. He got me because he did good at quarterback. He was more of a running quarterback, but he taught me a lot with awareness and stuff like that.
Last year he went for 950 and 850.
Yeah, no, just getting all the reps with him really helped. Because I guarantee I threw over 5, 6, 7,000 balls this offseason.
So
I got one more for him too.
You're very calm, you're very collected, but everybody gets overwhelmed sometimes. So do you have somebody that you can go to when football starts to get overwhelming? You have that guy that's like, Zach, chill, bro.
Probably Coach Butchko.
Come on.
He tells me
Yeah.
we're gonna throw the ball 30 more times. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Heck
That's
yeah.
good.
Right.
Well, and that's another thing. Whether it's not a good or bad. Listen, you've only thrown 3 interceptions this year, so I've only got 3 times to judge it off. But it doesn't seem to be what makes you in that game. Very good, Zach. I know you don't like to talk about yourself too much. You don't want to seem cocky. We're gonna do it for you. You are a phenomenal quarterback. You're
Yep.
a phenomenal
Thank
kid.
you.
Keep it up, man. We're so proud to have you on the show.
I got one more that I got to ask for Butchko. I got to ask it. All right, so I'm supposed to ask you what's meant by
What's it mean to be
a turkey sandwich?
To make a sustainable play or be a sustainable football player.
I mean, I feel like you got that stuff wrote down in front of you right now. I'm messing with you.
If you don't think Butchko is back there with cards like this,
Is Butchko on the other side of your phone? No, we're messing with you, man. Hey, keep up the good work, man. I think you're throwing all over the place. Do your thing.
Ryan, Ryan and Tom, I think Zach, don't you have a game coming up?
A little bit. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Do you guys remember who's he playing tomorrow?
We play Saybrook.
Say, oh,
Hey, boy.
coming in hot out of left field. Not right field, left field.
So if you guys aren't aware, tomorrow is the Battle of the Bridge. It's the biggest game in the city. It's the biggest game in the county tomorrow. Come check us out. It's going to be live streamed right here on 440 and Goal. You're going to see this guy right here. I'll figure it out. Right there. That guy, you're going to get to see him throw that ball all over the field. I can tell you this much. The best athletes in Ashtabula County going to be all on the field on Friday tomorrow. So check us out.
Exciting game. Exciting
Zach,
time.
Thanks for coming on, my good man.
Thanks, buddy. Enjoy. Go get some sleep. Get some rest. You know what I mean? So, all right, boss. Have a good night, man. I'll get you off of here.
Thanks, brother.
You too.
Later.
Good
All right,
stuff,
that
man.
was
You
Mr.
gotta love it, man.
Winchell, man. He's just got a good attitude. There were a couple comments that described him well, and I feel like Butchko's the Belichick, and he's the Tom Brady. I know it's not the New England Patriots here, but I just feel like he had some very direct answers, and but good for him.
Listen, they used to call. Do you remember what they used to call Montana?
No.
Joe Cool, and that's
Yeah.
Zach Winchell by definition.
Yep,
Joe
it is.
Cool.
You're right.
That dude can't be bothered. It's his best attribute. That kid can throw the ball all over the yard. You can go out there, you can smash him, you can hit him late, you can hit him early, you can do whatever you want to. The kid's gonna get up, he's probably gonna laugh at you and get ready for the next snap. I mean, I love watching that kid. I couldn't wait for him to have a breakout game to get him on here. I knew it was going to be a great interview because he's a great kid. And don't forget, he's got a great family too. Your mom's awesome. That's the one who provided us the shirts. Dad, really great guy, coach. And, he's got another guy that blows the whistle and yells. That keeps him in line too. Ed's got a lot of great things going.
And don't forget, guys, he's in 11th grade.
Yeah.
So he's got another year.
It's so junior heavy. It is unbelievable.
Yep. 11th grader that is going to be coming up to his senior year. It's going to be exciting to watch them again next year. But congratulations over there. But I am pumped about tomorrow night's game, Battle of the Bridge, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be very exciting.
Let's talk about some of the area scores so we can get right into it, guys.
All right. Let me see if I can find the right button. Here we go. Where'd it go? There
by
it
the way, while
is.
he's looking at that, guys, so I want to send a shout out to this guy right here because he's got an article out there on 440andgoal.com that I kid you not is Sports Illustrated level writing. It's fantastic. You deserve kudos. I sat down and read it. I started it about 4 hours ago. It just got done. It's very well. I'm just kidding. It's very well done. If you want to check out what this game tomorrow actually means, I think he really nails it on the head. His writing's absolutely phenomenal. Tom, my good man, way to be.
Yep, check it out. And it's also on share it
everywhere that you can share it, because Tom, I'm telling you, when you read this stuff, it's fantastic. If you, I challenge you to find a better written article in this county. It's very, very well done. It's very, very well done, and it's very thorough, and it's very entertaining. So go on to www.440andgoal.com. It's going to be the first thing to pop up there. We're going to drop stats leaders tonight. After they get dropped off here, I'm gonna pump them out in the social media universe. They're gonna get popped right over to the wide receiver or to the website. The record holders all gonna have their own spots there. 440andgoal.com going to be the hub for sports information in Ashtabula.
Going forward, man. And we talked about how, the kids got to pivot sometimes, like Winchell pivots during the game, when we first started the website, that's not kind of what we envisioned, but now just seeing how stuff's changed, stat leaders have become so important, record holders are important. That's what we want on this for our website. Like we want you guys to be able to go to our website and find resources. Hey, who was the best passer in the county? Who had the most rushing touchdowns all time in Ashtabula history? Who has the most rebounds for men's or women's basketball? So
that's right. When you freshmen start high school, so these 8th graders, maybe we should talk about that game before we get into high school.
Yeah, let's do that.
So real quick, hold on. I got to do this real quick.
Oh,
don't forget,
baby.
Don't forget. Okay, so we are selling T-shirts. T-shirts 17 or 2 for 30. Hoodies 27 or 2 for 50. It's a simple Cash App. We did change it up a little bit. It's 44. Cash App. It's just. Sorry, I got to add that. But the money sign, which is in front of all of it, 440 and goal. Venmo is Ryan 440 and goal. All you got to do is send in what color hoodie you want, what color T-shirt you want. Your size, and that's all we're looking for. Remember, a portion of the proceeds are to benefit the 440 and Goal Player of the Year scholarship we're putting together. So if you need more information on that, hit me, Sammy, or Tom up on Facebook. You can message 440 and Goal on Facebook. Messages. Yeah, that's the only other way to contact. Email 440andgoal@gmail.com. I can't think of any other ways, but yeah.
We are the new age Mr. Allens. 17 or 2 for 30. 27 or 2 for 50.
And then
go get you some 440 and goal gear. And also, very, very important. Very, very important. If you get some 440 and goal gear, tag us.
Rep it.
Tag us. I want to send a shout out to everybody who's done that. Morgan Anderson, Alvin,
Jamie.
I mean, everybody has done that. They've tagged us. They've done it. Listen, if you get the gear.
Hello. Hold on.
If you get the gear, you need to do it. And I want to I'm going to go a little bit off the rails here and do my own thing here. So this gentleman right here, Elijah Cooper, if you are having trouble with this homeschooling that's going on right now, and while we're going back, we never know how long it's going to be. If you're having trouble with that and you need a little extra to get you through, you need some guidance, you want a place, this is the guy. This is the guy to talk to. We're going to have his link. I'll share it to the page again. But this guy is a teacher that has molded the minds of hundreds or if not thousands of kids around here. So we're not teachers. I'm not a teacher. You're not a teacher most of the time. All right. You want your kids to be in the best hands. Right there are the best hands in Ashtabula. Everybody was looking for a solution to this coronavirus and the homeschooling. Right there is your solution. Contact this man. He'll get you together. Elijah Cooper. If you don't know him, I bet you your kids do.
Yeah.
And last thing, my son's dying to do this. I have to. He's just begging. Come up here real quick. Here, I'll even give you the headset, dude. Say what's up, 440 and goal.
What's up?
And say hi.
Hi.
You don't have to say it real loud. All right. Are you done?
Like your dad breathes, Owen.
Say, have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right, get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. I couldn't help. He's been begging me all night to do that.
I need help with something.
Okay.
But
now
anyway,
he needs help.
I can't.
Let's talk a little bit about the junior high game.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about the junior high game.
Listen. There are a couple highlights from that game that are going to make. If you guys, a lot of you guys probably noticed, we don't have the touchdown games this week. or the touchdown highlights this week. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time, and I apologize. But next week we'll do that. We're going to have those, and there are going to be some highlights from a couple kids out there.
Yep.
One of which is a youngster, an 8th grader named Nate Bartone, who made the best catch I've seen all year. And the kid's in 8th grade. I'm going to get the highlight out here eventually, but I kid you not, Anthony Sisicki, who is an 8th grade quarterback for the Lakeside Junior High Dragons, drops back, throws a bomb downfield, smokes the defenders. Nate Burleson gets separation, jumps up with 2 hands, makes a catch with his hands in 8th grade, pulls that thing in, drops his feet down, gets established in the inbounds, and heads out of bounds. I've never seen that happen in an 8th grade game in my life. Some other guys worth talking about in there. Geneva has this steam train out there named Hayden Diener, who we're calling his name this year for junior high. I guarantee you, if we're not calling him next year because he is a freshman, Geneva does have a freshman team, we're definitely going to be calling him as a sophomore. That kid's going to get some burn. And Luca Barbo is another one, the Geneva Eagles, going to get some burn. Those 2 guys, outstanding. George Shapegi, or correct me if I'm wrongy, because I don't know how to say it, but I'll get it right eventually. He was out there absolutely phenomenal for the night. His dad's a record holder. I talked about that earlier on the Lakeside side of it. We got this kid. We only ended up getting 1 half of football for him, but my God, was it a fun football half to watch.
I started calling him Butters.
J. Anthony Williams, my goodness, is that kid special.
Slippery is all I can say, man. That kid, I don't know how he did it, because honestly, he's not that big of a kid. He's tiny. He's not that big, but he was falling forward every time he was getting hit, picking up 2-3 yards. You thought he was going to go down behind the line of scrimmage, and he found a way through it. But kudos to, I think with Terry calling the plays on that Henton. I loved that misdirection they were doing. That quarterback for Lakeside.
That's Anthony Sisicki, man.
Sisicki sold that, right. You would have thought, I mean, if I would have did that, that ball would have went about 30 yards straight up into the air. Yeah. So, but he was selling that like nobody's business, and they were falling for it. It was great though. It was so exciting to watch. It was unfortunate he could only play a half, but it was fun to watch. Very slippery. Like I said, I called him Butters because nobody could tackle the kid, man. Nobody could tackle him.
No, and not just on offense either. That kid on defense, it's like, oh, here, Geneva on the breakaway, and boom, 26, like not like Sonic. I guess I would call him like the Flash. Boom.
Yep.
In there to make the play. They call the kid Jaws, and it makes sense because he's about as dangerous as a great white.
Nice.
And then this kid's about 86 pounds, soaking wet with pads and a helmet on, and Ryan couldn't tackle him. I guarantee.
Nope. I would fall over myself. You would think my shoelaces were tied together. But I don't know if you said this because I did have to take a quick time out to help my son. Fortnite went down for a minute, but anywho, yeah, here we go. No. So if I'm Chip Sorber over out in Geneva, I'm pumped.
Smiling the whole time.
The junior high
salivating, bro.
Yeah, and junior high ran that to a T. They did great with that wing tee, man. It was amazing to watch. I obviously it wasn't varsity football, but they got it down. And those are the 8th graders out there.
Yeah, these kids are. I think the biggest thing with these 8th grades, and this is what I love about junior high football, and this is why schools like St. John are fighting so hard to get a junior high football team, is because when you get a freshman in high school, he shouldn't be learning how to play football. He should be well established. He should know what he's doing. So an offense like the wing tee that is so, I guess, niche, I would call it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be offensive, guys. If there's a better term, let me know. But it is a niche type of offense. So, if you know how you're running it by the time, these guys get to freshmen, all you got to worry about are the particulars. So you got these kids and you got to fix here and there rather than teaching them about the jet sweep, the bull sweep, teaching quarterbacks how to carry out fakes, and every play has to look the same. When you've got that coming up, I mean, Sorber can do that in his sleep. Matt Pete gets to just have fun on Friday night because you got 3 options in the backfield,
Right. Yeah. Well, one thing, the only time the spread comes out is when Matt Pete gets involved, I do believe. And I got to answer to John here, who's calling the wing tee is garbage. I'm going to tell you, Geneva went 8-2 last year, and they're in the second round of the playoffs this year. So
yeah, also Kirtland, who's champion and beat Solon, a Division I team. They also run that garbage. So in high school, I guess garbage rules the roost.
Yep. Call it what you want, John. It works.
He said, call it what you want, but don't call it a loser. But yeah, so that was the junior high game. And like Ryan said, yeah, we did kind of spread ourselves maybe a little thin this week, but I know me personally, I'll sacrifice for this. Those kids deserve it. I hope that 8th graders realize the importance of what you're doing. Maybe you're not playing on Friday, but you will be soon.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into local area scores of the week. So this would have been the playoff week, wasn't right? Well, no.
Yeah,
yes. Right, so I'll just pop it up real quick. So Geneva defeated Harvey 37-0. Nordonia defeats Lakeside 48-7. That was a tough battle for Lakeside. Geneva did put it on Harvey, though. But I will say, I got to bring this up real quick. Me and Sammy did watch. I don't know if you got to watch it or not, Tom, but the Harvey game, Harvey had quite a few penalties called back, quite a few different touchdowns.
Hey, Harvey's quarterback, I don't know if that kid's a senior or what his deal is. That kid is, he's a nice athlete.
Slippery when wet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Geneva's defense is pretty stout with Charlie Taylor on one end and the Eiffel Tower, Ben Scabona on the other.
Right, yeah.
You've got thunder and lightning coming at you. That kid kept his composure and made some plays. So for him to, for Harvey to stick around the way they did, and it got out of hand because I'll tell you what, when that varsity Eagles team smells blood, you can give it up. They're going after you. They let it go, but I'll be honest, I called that one. From the beginning. I knew Geneva was going to go out there and give them the absolute business.
Yep. East Palestine. That was a nail biter, that game. East Palestine St. John, which was our only non-playoff game of the week. We did kind of live stream that game. We had a few hurdles. Call it what you want. Yeah. It got chippy, though. It was fun to watch for a minute. It got chippy. About the third quarter, there may or may not have been a few extracurricular activities in the corner over there, but it was a fun game to watch. It was a fun game to cover. Martins Ferry did defeat Jefferson, but I watched that game too. Jefferson was in it. I mean, they were in it. Unfortunately, it's been kind of the thing all year. I hate to say it, but I think they had a couple good big plays called back. And, they shot themselves in the foot, as Sammy would put it out there.
Yeah, Brandon Hanna, Coach Rankin, and the offense, all the coaches over there at Jefferson, they've got a cool plan over there. It just works. And, even though the passing game has not been friendly to them, and the stats will point to that, like Woody, I believe it was Woody.
From White Man Can't Jump?
No.
No, okay. That's
My
only
God,
Woody I know.
Why am I blanking out? Thanks, car accident. Ohio State coach Woody, said when you pass the ball, only 2 things can happen, and only one of them is good.
Woody Hayes.
Unfortunately for Jefferson, the second part has been happening more often than not, but Grant Hitchcock has found his game in the run game because they have to spend so much time focused on Danny Bruckman, who is, I believe, the rushing leader again this week.
Yeah. Rushing leader. You've got Danny Bruckman overtaking by 190 yards. He now has 932 rush yards. Cat averages 134 rushing yards per game.
That's nuts.
I mean, he's got 11 touchdowns. He has sub 200 attempts and runs it for about 4.8 yards per carry. So I'll tell you what, the Bruckman kid's special.
He
And
is.
Sam, you were talking about Grant Hitchcock finding himself in the run game. Well, that cat's running for almost 400 yards, sub 75 attempts, 3 touchdowns. He's going for 5 yards a carry. I mean, you're right. He found himself in the rush game, brother. I mean, Jefferson's really,
You just assume when you talk about running, you just assume Geneva.
Yep,
Yeah,
you do.
Jefferson's just found what's working for them, and that is the rushing attack. If they can refine it and bring back
Be right
the
back.
players and everything, Jefferson's going to be scary next year.
Yeah, Jefferson's got a lot of stuff going well for them.
They do.
Danny Barkman, he is a senior. So they're going to lose him, and that's going to be a big Woody Hayes. Thank you, Coach Winchell, as my esteemed colleagues just watched me.
I said Woody Hayes.
He said it 3 times. You
You
just
did
weren't
say
paying. Yes,
I said
he
Hayes
did.
3 times, brother.
I didn't hear you. I said it 3 times, Will Ferrell.
3 times. Salmon.
So moving on before we go crazy. Cardinal Mooney does take it to Conneaut, 44-7, and CVC versus Edgewood, 55-21.
Before we go past that, Cardinal Mooney does get the best of Conneaut, but you know what? Kiefer Mandagello had a tough week last week, but he does on a big scale down at the Yo in Youngstown State Stadium make a nice play, and I'm going to put that because that is the one highlight we have this week.
Here's the snap, but again, Slayton sets the pass under Forrester, and he throws it over the middle. Finds a wide open keeper, Mandagello. And he's still on his feet after several contacts. And hits it. The Spartans are in for the touchdown.
In true Conneaut fashion, throw over the middle, break a couple tackles, get busy.
Let it ride.
Brother, do your dirt.
Yes. Yeah, and then so Conneaut takes a tough one, and then CVC does beat Edgewood 55 to, what did I say, 21?
21.
Yeah, and that, you know what, honestly, Butchko started that game with a onside kick. Yes, which no one is surprised if you're still watching Butchko. If you're still watching, no one's surprised.
Listen, Coach Butchko goes out there as I'm sitting in Becker's waiting on our wings because we're getting ready to watch the game. I feel like when you watch football, you got to have chicken. So I'm waiting on some chicken wings here. And off the gate, Butchko goes out, onside kicks it. They manage to get it back. And this is against a team, mind you, that has kicked like 10 onside kicks this year. So they're very well aware and well-versed in it. Butchko gets it off the gate. They go right from the beginning. Zach Winchell delivers a dime piece into the end zone. It's 7-0. They go out, they onside it again. Or no, they get a turnover. They're getting ready to go up 14, and then it gets a little bit away from them. But there was a point in the beginning of that game where Edgewood's almost up 14-0, and CVC almost got punched in the mouth.
Yeah. It was close. That whole game, and Edgewood did get stopped short of quite a few 4th and goals on the 2-5 yard line, somewhere in there. A couple penalties held them back, but they had, they fought well. And then at the end of the second half, I think Iron Man football kind of kicked in, and I think some people were getting a little bit tired. But that's part of the game.
CVC had some guys. They had some guys that were out there and ready to play. Fumble recovery. Thanks, Coach. That's what it was. They got a fumble recovery. So, it right from the beginning, I'm telling you, if that coach wasn't sweating, then he's got a thyroid problem because he should have been. Edgewood was coming up to get them boys.
Yeah.
So it doesn't end up going that way for him, but I'll tell you what, I want to touch a little bit on the Nordonia game too against Lakeside. Lakeside, that game was pretty well out of their hands immediately. Nordonia, on the other hand, I just want, for those of you who, if you didn't get to watch the game, those were some of the biggest human beings I've ever seen.
Yeah, those big boys.
Number 72 and number 74 looked like they would be side characters in The Longest Yard. I don't know how those kids were in high school. The one kid had a full beard.
Yeah, you're right. He did. No, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on? Like, that kid walks up to you, what's for lunch? What are you going to say?
But yeah, it was a very fun week of playoffs. Congratulations to the winners. And losers, hold your head up high. Not a lot of schools go to playoffs. This was a super unique year. We've been preaching that since the beginning. A real unique year for everybody in the OHSAA being able to hit the playoffs. So hold your head high. You got to go.
We still got 2 going, baby.
Yeah,
Eagles going to fly high against the Hubbard, whatever the heck they're called this week.
Yeah, Falcons.
Huh?
No, it's not the Falcons. That's the other game.
No, that's PV.
Darn
They're going against Hubbard this week. Hold on, I'm going to look it up because
I'll just bring it. Let's see. We can. You might. Let's see. No, they're good. So you got Hillsdale on here.
That's PV, for the love of God.
God, I don't pay attention to you at all.
For the love of God.
And you have Hillsdale versus Geneva too. Yes, you fail.
Really?
Yep, look at it. Third one down. Geneva versus Hillsdale.
Right.
That's what happens when you get into a car accident and everything's so busy this week you don't know what to do with yourself. But either way, Geneva takes on Hubbard.
It is, in fact, Geneva Eagles versus the Hubbard Eagles. It's a battle for the namesake.
Yep.
Here we go. Geneva going to get a big test this week. They're 5-2 and led by running back with 263 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns versus Alliance last week. So this game
going to be a big running game.
Yeah, it's two teams with the same. No. Geneva's only got the 1 loss, so Geneva's got the record over them, but it's going to be 2 run-heavy teams, and boy, that's going to be fun.
Yep.
I will say this. If it's run game versus run game, I'm picking Geneva.
Yeah, I mean, Scabona, Pete, Charlie Taylor. Well, they run with about, I don't know, there's only 11 guys on the field, so 13 different people run the ball at once. I think they handed it off to the offensive lineman once. But
on the carry.
Yeah, they finally pulled the right guard, and somehow he ended up with the ball. So,
Coach Pete said, don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, so Geneva going Eagles versus Eagles, and that's what, tomorrow night, isn't it?
That's going to be tomorrow night at beautiful Geneva Spire. So,
yep.
While that's going on, we're going to be covering the Battle of the Bridge, baby.
Battle of the Bridge. It's going to be. I'm very pumped about this game. It's been a good rivalry week in and week out. Let me see if I can go ahead. I'll let you guys talk. Yeah, I do have an image. I didn't realize this, but there is an image of the trophy. That thank you, Butchco. I'm going to bring it up here in a moment.
Yeah, Samantha Rice. That's the problem with Geneva. Everybody touches the ball. We can't remember them all.
Yep. Yeah. You are right. Let me.
You guys aren't making our job any easier over there, Eagles. You got about 8 guys with touchdowns this year.
So real quick, this is the Battle of the Bridge trophy. This is the first time I ever seen it. Thank you to Butchco for sending that image. So they will be competing. I'm sure he did. But thank you. That's what Lakeside versus Edgewood tomorrow. Big game. Again, don't forget we'll be streaming that live. Streaming coverage is going to start probably right around 6:30, 6:45. But you'll know we are on YouTube, folks. Thank you guys all last night. Or I'm sorry, what is today? Thursday.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, last night. Thank you all last night who watched that the junior high game that went over to YouTube and hit the notification bell, liked the channel, and subscribed. Appreciate it. We bumped up by about 40 people last night. So we do want to get our presence over at YouTube. I know a lot of people like to have it because those smart TVs have a YouTube button on it, and you can just go right to it. Sammy's got some crazy way of using Facebook. I don't know how to use it, but it is what it is.
If you have a Fire Stick, guys, go on Fire Stick, or I think it's just the Fire Stick, and the Fire Stick as well as an Xbox One or a PlayStation. You can get Facebook Watch, and you can actually watch it up there. I understand that's a lot of steps for people. So yes, like that guy with the Andre Rison jersey said, we are on the tube of you.
Tube of you. So real quick, we're going to the Week 8 matchups. So again, Lakeside Edgewood, PV versus Hillsdale. Which, by the way, we will be live. That's kickoff is at 7 p.m. live. from PV. We're not sure exactly where we're going to be yet.
Laker Nation, get ready because we're coming. We're excited. Andover, it's about time that we got our lazy butts down there. We're excited that we're going to get down there and check you guys out. Everybody, if you haven't seen a playoff game, you better tune in because there's nothing like it. The Pymatuning Valley Lakers are 6-0, which is good enough to have a first-round bye this year.
And good enough to give them a second-round home game. So very excited about it, so, shout out to those guys, Ashtabula County team, Eagles and PV, man. Good luck on Friday and Saturday. Let's bring home the W. You know what I'm saying? What else do we got here?
Okay. So we got to do picks, brother.
Jefferson versus St. John. That is tomorrow. And Cardinal versus Conneaut.
Bresco going up against Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco coming in hot. So, I think that will be a good game. I do believe, just so everyone knows, Conneaut does live stream their games. I'm not sure about the St. John one, to be honest with you. I know we've done quite a few, but I don't know if anyone else does live stream it for them. So,
let's pick our players of the week. What do you say?
So we're going. So Lakeside versus Edgewood. Who's player of the week? Is that what we're doing? I always screw this up.
I'm sorry. Player of the game.
Player of the game. So Lakeside Edgewood. Player of the game.
Lakeside Edgewood. Player of the game. Guess what, Tom? You've been quiet, so you get to go first.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
What'd you say?
I said it's gonna be tough.
This is probably of all the picks we've had. This is going to be the gut buster.
All right. So I'm a Dragon by birth, but I've been adopted by the Warriors. Listen, I'm gonna go with my dude. And he's right here on my shirt. I don't think Isaiah Harris has a physical peer in this area at the wide receiver spot, or in that bullet spot that Butko puts him in. I think Isaiah Harris is going to show up. He's going to show out tomorrow night. I think this is his night to put himself. If he ain't already on the map, you're going to know who this boy is after tomorrow night. Isaiah Harris, easy. 140 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, and he gets a pick 6. I'm just going to throw it out there. He's going to get a pick 6. And I hate saying this because I love everyone from both teams. I hate doing this.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah. Hey, I got to throw my boy Zay up there.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
I'm going to go.
Do it.
My pick this week is not going to be an Edgewood Warrior.
Ooh.
My pick this week is not going to be a pick that has been made yet this year. And that's why he's going to be my pick this week. The game is going to be heavily weighted on the shoulders of Allgood and Ford, as well as Winchell and Harris. Bisbee has been well established in this area as an absolute big-time playmaker.
Hell yeah.
There's another kid that we have neglectfully ignored this year. And his name is Jay-Sean Sanders. That's going to be the player of the game. Jay-Sean Sanders is going to be the biggest difference maker in that because you're going to have to pay. Edgewood is going to have to pay attention to Colbert, Ford, Collazo, Allgood, Rafa. I mean, all these guys that are name. Quietly behind them, there's this, I believe he's only a sophomore, bowling ball, as you called him. I love it. I love that call. Yeah. The bowling ball of Lakeside's offense that just keeps rolling. Call him Fred Durst. Jay-Sean Sanders is going to be the guy. I love you, Warrior Nation. You know it. He's going to be a game changer. You're going to have to stop him if you're winning this game.
Yeah, I hate to do this to you because you guys are about to be mad at me.
Here we go. If he says the line, I swear to God.
It has to be an eligible pick because the 5 men up front.
Well, then pick a lineman.
Ryan,
No.
they're not a Megazord from Power
No,
Rangers. You can't
but
just
they
combine
are.
5 things into one.
But they are, because you have to have unity up front. Allgood doesn't pass the ball the way he does, just like Winchell doesn't pass the ball the way he does without the blocking. Man, it's tough for me too, because I don't know that I could pick one. I don't know that I can, because both off. I mean, it's going to be the line, and I don't care whether Sammy likes my pick or not, the way I did it, nor do I care whether Tom likes it or not, because I'm going to go with it's going to be an offensive line game. It really is. They run the spread.
Okay,
They got to
guess
protect
what?
the quarterback.
Listen, you don't get to wiggle out of that.
No.
Which offensive line?
Which offensive line? man?
Oh, can I plead the fifth?
Never.
You're not Dave Chappelle. You can't plead the fifth.
Man, that's so tough. All right, I'm going to go Lakeside. Lakeside's O-line is going to be the player of the game.
Here we go.
Lakeside's O-line. I can't help it. I love Warrior Nation, but I got a tried and true. I mean, I got a jersey behind me. I can't help it. I'm not per se rooting for anybody. I'm right in the middle.
Absolutely. If you're going to go with the offensive line, that's a great pick, but you're completely insane, because I thoroughly believe the best offensive lineman on the field that night is going to be
Troy Peterson. By all means, I'm not knocking Troy, because I bet Troy Peterson's the best offensive lineman in the county right now. If we had those stats, I would put him right up there. But I'm saying for Lakeside to be successful, their offensive line's got to show up, and I think we're gonna see some interesting stuff tomorrow. I think I'm trying to leave it light, man, because I want them both to win, but it just don't work that way. Thank you, Coach. That's for you, buddy. That's for you.
Listen,
here we go. Look at Butchko. Look at Butchko. Come on, man. Oh, come on, man.
Can't wait to watch the Top Show. Listen.
Yeah boy. Hey, that does sound like something off Comedy Central. I'm not going to lie to you. The Tom Show.
This game is going to be – I don't know the last time that there was this much talent on the field. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, Brian Bisbee is certified. Jake Bell is underrated. And honestly, I could have went with him as the player of the game that game, because just like nobody's paying attention to the bowling ball Ja'Shawn Sanders, nobody pays attention to number 27, Jake Bell, for the Edgewood Warriors. And every single game, he makes a giant play. It
yes,
never
it does.
fails.
You are,
never fails. So you've got guys, Troy Peterson, Bisbee, Bell, Winchell, Harris, Anik. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. These guys are going to make plays. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to watch this game. Can't wait, because Lakeside has the athletes to make this fun. This is going to be a fun game. Savion Colbert is one of the best athletes in the area.
He is, without a doubt. Oh, man. Oh, hey, yeah, Becky and I were talking about having a show. Becky and Tom spill the tea. Just a gossip show. Just gossip.
Yep. All right, let's get into the next one. We should have ended with that. We really should have, but it's too late now. We already made our pick. So going into the next one, Pymatuming Valley versus Hillsdale. I'm going to take everyone's thunder. Mr. Bean.
That's it. I think we're going to go unanimous.
Yeah, unanimous. That man, Tom, is he like a 95% completion rate or something like that?
Ridiculous. Like
Tyler Bean.
Tyler Bean, I'll tell you what his completion rate is right now, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what, Ryan? I'm not going with Tyler Bean.
Here we go. Just to be different. That's it.
That's right. 70% completion rate.
70% completion rate. And what grade is he a senior?
He's a senior.
Yep.
Hold on to your horses. Tyler Bean has a 143.75 QBR.
That's ridiculous.
15 points off from being perfect.
Right.
And he has played 6 games, so a total of 3, because that kid hasn't seen a third quarter ever.
He's played 12 quarters out of 6 games. Yeah, you are right. Yeah. So, Tom, who you going? Or I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, wasn't Tyler Bean a receiver before he was a quarterback?
Yeah, because he's on the receiving list for last year.
The kid is a multi-talented athlete, man.
We call that a reverse Rylan Davidson.
Yes. It's called the reverse Ryland over here. 4-4 on goal.
The reverse Ryland.
So for the PV game, man, my player of the game, I'm going to have to go with Dylan Knowles, man. Dylan Knowles is a spark plug in that backfield. Dylan Knowles is a big play whenever he touches the football.
You know what?
And
I'm changing my pick too.
He just
Changing it.
Dylan Knowles has the it factor. Because Tyler, being as great as he is, can't do it all, even though his stats suggest he can. But Dylan Knowles, I mean, just a solid player every single week, and they've been there before. Dylan Knowles knows what he's doing. 441 rushing yards on 42 carries, 10 yards per attempt, man. That doesn't lie. And the boy's got 10 touchdowns, number 3 in the county for rushing. Dylan Knowles is it for me.
Who you got, Sam?
Well, if you're changing your pick, then I am going to keep my pick, and it's the same pick I picked last time. I think defense is going to win this ball game. He's been the only defensive player I've called all year. I'm sticking with Victor Verba for the PV Lakers. That's going to be the player of the game. I think that kid's going to be good for 2 sacks, 1 TFL, and maybe a pick. If not a pick, at least a fumble.
That ain't a bad one.
So solid second choice for me is going to be PV's offensive line. Just throwing that out there.
Go to.
Anyways, you almost did something you shouldn't have did. Tell you that right now. Yes, solid second choice. Just throwing that out there.
I will say this: even though I'm picking Victor Verba for player of the game, I think the player of the week this week is going to be a quarterback from Andover.
Yeah,
I think he is going to show out. This kid's killing the game in 2 quarters. I cannot wait to see what he does in 4.
I can't do it, Jessica. I'm sorry. That was my high school jersey. I can't do it. I'll put another jersey up there. If you hook me up with a jersey, I'll put another one up there. But I can't take that one down.
A good time.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I forgot all about this. So we covered quite a few high schools this year. And first game we covered as a whole, as a group, was Lakeside West Geauga. So West Geauga this week is playing St. Vincent St. Mary's in the playoffs.
Right. I hope they lose by 100.
My boy Trey Zimmerman's about to run for 400 with 5 touchdowns, boy. I'm going to tell you what right now. Ohio Player of the Week, Trey Zimmerman, my pick.
I hope they lose by 100 before they get off the bus, because they have the worst school mascot. They have the worst helmets in the entire state of Ohio. Those people should be excommunicated.
Listen, I think Hugh Jackman's about to show up to that game just so that Wolverine can actually be there.
If you ever say the W word in front of me again, I will drive back 2 streets over, hopefully not get in a crash, and we will have some words.
Trey Zimmerman, baby.
Anywho,
my boy.
It's not Geneva versus Hillsdale. What did we say
Geneva
it was?
Versus Hubbard.
Hubbard.
Geneva versus Hubbard. I'm
going first because you guys always do this to me when we go with Geneva. I'm getting it for once, damn it. Charlie Taylor's the player of the game.
Oh, so I'll do mine if you want.
Yeah, do it.
Line.
I'll do mine.
I'll change to the D line if you want. It'll make you feel better. I'm gonna go. We just talked about him. I just had him in my head. Hamilton.
Dylan Hamilton.
Hamilton. I know we talked about Pete and Scabona and Charlie Taylor. Yes, thank you, Brandon. That's what I was gonna pick, but obviously I get a little bit of flack for that, but it is what it is. So Mr. Hamilton out there having a big game, kind of shining the rock up a little bit. You know what I mean? Getting in the end zone quite a few times.
And hopefully I'm not stealing Tom's thunder. Actually, Tom, you go first because I'm going to try and give a kid a shout out who hasn't got one but has deserved one this year.
Oh man, Hubbard Geneva's going to be tough because Hubbard boasts a squad. Hubbard's got a player, their running back, Joe Langley. Big boy. He's going to be tough to bring down, but I think Geneva does eke this one out, and I think it's going to be on the legs of Brady Pete as my player of the game. Brady Pete, I think, is going to go for a $110, 2 touchdowns in that game. I I think Sorber's going to deploy a couple different looks that Hubbard hasn't necessarily seen in game film, and I think it starts with Brady Pete. So
I think that's not a bad pick. Again, my pick for player of the game is Charlie Taylor because I haven't got to do it all year because these guys hurry up and take it every week. So Charlie Taylor, you're my guy this week. But there's a kid on Geneva's defense who I feel like we've not ignored on purpose, but just through being busy. Zane Francis might be one of the best defensive players in the county.
Yeah, you did mention that earlier.
Zane Francis has not got enough love. That kid's a monster. That kid's an absolute monster. Like, the defensive ends get a lot of love because they play so much time on offense. Zane Francis is absolutely everywhere. So, Zane Francis, you, my man, I expect to have a big game. You deserve kudos. You're probably the best defender in the county.
All right. And do we have another one?
Yes, we do.
What do we got here? Oh, Jefferson versus St. John.
We got two more.
Yeah, we got two more. Jefferson St. John, man.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this one. It's going to be I'll let you guys get the other one because I'm not going to pick him. I'm going to go with Trent Hodge for the Jefferson Falcons, going to be the player of the game. St. John's got a heck of a task ahead of them this week.
Yeah, they do. And I hopefully I don't steal your thunder, Tom, but I'm going Mr. Bruckman, man. He's running on everybody. Even the big losses that they've had, he still cuts them up. He does. So, Danny Bruckman.
I'm going to do a little something different from you guys. My player of the game is going to be Mr. Devin Mercilliot.
Okay.
From St. John. The boy leads the county in tackles with 64.5 total tackles. Mind you, he's done that through 7 games. He's everywhere. And listen, I know his dad personally. his dad's one tough SOB. And from all indications, shows that kid. I think he shows up and he shows out this week. I'm going.
Dude, that's Devin the
mercenary.
Devin the Machine Mercilliot, man.
Yeah.
I call him mercenary.
Yeah, mercenary.
It works too.
Whatever he is, he's a force to be
He's all over the field.
And I will tell you, you're right. The Falcons, every tackle the Falcons have, there's going to be number 23's number written all over it.
Yep.
And last but not least, Cardinal versus Conneaut.
This game is going to be wildly entertaining, man.
Yep.
It's going to be something. Yeah.
Gresco and his squad, them Middlefield Huskies, going to welcome in Rocco in the squad. Rocco and the boys from Conneaut. You're going to have Slayton and Tellis and Kiefer Mandagello and Zach Rice, Anthony Nunes, all the whole squad coming out there to invade Middlefield against George Gresco and his quarterback, whose name escapes me. I'm sorry. If somebody has it, that would be great.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
But I do know that kid what is it?
Joey Soltis.
Joey Soltis, who sits at about 6'3". Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's 6'2", 6'3". He's a big guy.
6'3", 200.
The big oak tree, Joey Solstice, out there slinging that thing. And it's fall, baby.
Yeah, hey, that's not a bad pick though, Sam. I'm gonna go. My player of the game.
Oh, he's not my player of the game.
Oh, who's your player of the game, brother?
The Roadrunner. Tellis Andrews.
I thought that's who you were picking was Cardinal Solstice.
No, Tellis Andrews. If Tellis Andrews is an option, that's my guy.
Hey, it's not a bad pick. My player of the game is actually going to be Anthony Nunes.
That is not a bad pick.
Anthony Nunes is just a special player that Coach Dobrin has. I mean, 57.5 tackles. The kid's just everywhere, man. I mean, you can't stop a kid who doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's all over. And, when we got to watch that Conneaut game, he was just prolific. And he has a sack, and I think he's going to go for another one. I say easy 9 tackles with a sack.
Yep. You guys left it up to me. And I'm going to go Jake Slayton because the offensive line blocks for him. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Yeah, I'm going to go Jake Slayton out there. Tough loss last week, and he's going to come out wanting to fight. So Jake Slayton is going to be my player of that game.
What are your stats for him?
For Slayton?
Yeah.
I got the Week 8 statistical offensive leaders right here in front of me. Is that the right one?
Yeah, I'm saying, what do you think his stats are going to be in that game?
Oh, stats. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say he's going to pass for at least 200. He's probably going to have 50 to 75 yards on the ground because he is a mobile quarterback. 2 throwing touchdowns, 200 yards passing. And then, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. 2 for 202.
Yeah, I think I'll tell you what. Hold on.
Filthy
I've been
Frank.
trying to do this all week. Listen, got to put it up for my guy out there. Tell us this is for you, my friend.
Meet. Yeah, he's going to have some big numbers. Yeah,
that's my pick of the game there.
Yeah, 100 of those 200 are going to come from him.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So don't forget, guys. I think that's it, isn't it? We cover everything. That's it. Yeah. So don't forget.
Next time you see us, we will be in the Dragon's Den, baby.
Live from downtown Saybrook.
Which means just Saybrook.
Don't forget, real quick, I'm going to throw this up here. Official sponsor of 440 and Goals Player of the Week is Made in Ohio, located on beautiful, historic Ashtabula Harbor, Bridge Street. I said that all chopped up like I always do.
You got it better than normal.
Yeah. So go check Bart out there, 1028 Bridge Street in Ashtabula, Ohio. And everyone out there, I do have some stuff that I'll be delivering. I think my wife's going to be bringing it tomorrow. So anyone that's watching that's waiting on some stuff, we should have it for you tomorrow. That way you can hopefully rock it at the game that you're going to. And speaking of stuff, don't forget, T-shirts, 17 or 2 for 30. Hoodies, 27 or 2 for 50. Let me bring up the other one. That way everyone has it. Same thing. But so we do have a Cash App that is money sign 440 and goal. Venmo, that one's going to be at Ryan 440 and goal. Portion of the proceeds are to benefit the 440 and goal Player of the Year scholarship will be given out at the end of the year. So all you got to do is submit your order. We need what you want, what color you want it in, and what size you want it in. Send it over via Cash App or Venmo. Any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to message one of us on Facebook. Or I guess Instagram, Sammy's got that. I guess we have like 4 other platforms. I don't know how to use any of them but Facebook, but I'll be more than happy to help you in that avenue. So thank you guys so much tonight for watching the show. Good luck to everybody. Don't forget, Battle of the Bridge. Huge game tomorrow night. Starting coverage between 6:30, 6:45, right in that area. Going to be very excited to watch that game. We'll be up in the Bird's Nest up at Lakeside High School. And, yeah, that's all I got. I'm going to shut up because I just talked more there than I did the whole show. Anyways, yeah, this is Ryan. I'm getting out of here. Thanks again. Hopefully no more hiccups. Sammy's not going to hit anybody, so we're good.
Jeez, oh, man. All right, hey, listen, this is Tom. I'm out of here. Thanks for the shout-out earlier, Sam. If you guys want to check a preview of the Battle for the Bridge tomorrow and a little bit of history of it with Ashtabula County, head on over to our website. Check that out. We'd all appreciate that. Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
That's right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow live from beautiful Lakeside Stadium. We'll be in the Dragon's Den after I catch my breath from walking up all those stairs.
Deuces. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, 440 and gold. That other getting old. We got Sam Ryan time. This is a sports octagon. Sports for forever and beyond. Spending with Sam Ryan time. From the puck to the glove to the pigskins high. Share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. Down the baseline in the bleachers, or you wanna get denied. Yeah, share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. 440 and gold. Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, it's 440 and gold. your soul.
For the Browns Super Bowl contenders.
Hey, listen. When we start talking about what wins Super Bowl, we talk about talent. The Browns, they have the talent. They have it.